Okay, these are my candid thoughts about my friend who came over. So when she asked me, she's like, "Do you live by yourself?" I was like, "Yeah, I live by myself." And then so she's just like, I said, "I have a two-bedroom apartment." And then she says, "Oh, well, if you had an extra, it's like, do you mean you have two bedrooms extra, or is it just like another bedroom and the one you stay in?" Which, like, I said, no, it's just, it made me pause because I'm like, you're asking me if I have two extra bedrooms when I said I have a two-bedroom apartment. That's kind of, that doesn't make any sense. That's crazy because if I say I have two bedrooms, that means I have two bedrooms. It doesn't mean I have a bedroom I'm not. The bedroom I'm in, it doesn't include, I don't know, it is not included in that. So it just made me feel like she was trying to hint at something because that didn't make any sense. Unless it was like, hey, if I was living there, you would need an extra bedroom for me in my space. And in that case, that's why you would ask, oh, is it two more bedrooms or just one more bedroom? Because clearly it's just a two-bedroom apartment. So now I was like, okay, that's a good sign, like, because that question just was like oblique, but I feel like it was hinting at her being interested in looking for more space. And then so she came over. Um, she said, "Yeah, I'm here." And then and so when she was saying on the phone, she was like, "Oh, I guess you're over at these apartments. I guess you're over there," because she's been in that area of where I live at before. And I'm like, hmm. So she's trying to guess instead of just asking me to uh, tell her. So in some ways, that's like her being like assertive instead of like she's not giving me a request. She's not saying, "Would you tell me?" or "Mind telling me where exactly you are since we are gonna hang out?" or something like that. She was like, "Well, I guess I'll figure it out on my own. Um, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out." And so she just like she guessed a couple times. I said, "Look, let me help you out," and I sent her my address. And so then she gets here, and she like walks in. I walk her in, and I got my hand on her waist, and I got my, just walking her in. I got my hand on her waist, no big deal. Like, that's polite. Like, the small of her back. And so then I walk her in, and she just um, she like walks through the living room to the hallway. Like, sometimes you go in someone's house, you pause and like to look around. She didn't look around at all. Like, she just went straight for the hallway, which is connected to the bedroom, where the light was on in the bedroom, and she just went for it. So I was like, man, it's like she didn't even like let me show her around the place. She just really didn't care. She didn't care to get like the tour, so to speak. Oh, this is my living room, this is the kitchen. And, sometimes that's like the segue into, hey, let's sit on the couch and watch a movie, or something like that. So like, there's like this quote out there. It's like friends in the living room, family in the kitchen, uh, strangers at your door. I don't know. I added that last line. But she definitely made herself at home by just saying, "Hey, look, I'm not gonna wait in the living room. I don't want to. I'm going to your bedroom." Even though, this is our first time hanging out, I'm going to your bedroom. Well, I know I'm gonna walk through this living room on the way there, but I'm not even gonna pay attention to that. Um, she ended up like walking first into she actually walks into my room before I do. I'm like, huh, this girl is like, oh, I guess she just like, she's been here. I guess she knows, I don't know. So I'm like, dang, okay, well, I just walked in. I'm like, all right, let's do the do. And then, so I end up sitting on my bed, and she's like looking around my room, and like she like points out some stuff. She's like, what's that? I have like some food, marshmallow fluff. And she's like, oh, you just like eat it with your fingers? Even though it's not, I don't know, she just doesn't know what it is. But she's curious, so that's why she's just looking around and like pointing out stuff in my room specifically. And so one thing I do know is like when I went and I sat on the bed, I usually sleep on the bed, like the side of the bed that's nearest to the door. And that's the side of the bed I sleep on. So I sat down on the bed just to see like where she would sit, where she would position herself in that dynamic. And so what she does is she doesn't sit down next to me on the bed. She walks around the bed. She still has her keys in her hand. So I'm like, she has her keys in her hand, but she's like comfortable enough to like walk into the bedroom without putting them anywhere. So I said, all right, make yourself comfortable. Then she takes off her shoes and actually just gets in bed. Just lies in bed, and like, so she's lying in bed kind of before I am. Like, I'm sitting on the edge of the bed, and she's actually already like sitting off the ground on the bed before I am. So I'm like, okay, like, let me get with it.
You got a mask in the man?
I got one.
Yeah, this ain't working.
Okay. Yeah, so I just get it, I get with it. And then that's when basically yeah, that's like it. And then we started just chilling, and I'm like, man, you know what? She's giving some good signals. I mean, definitely some like choosing signals, because like, or whatever you want to say, like, you're very comfortable enough to just get in my bed. Yeah, it's like the end of the day, so it's like 8:30, and like she was like, she was working like right before that. So I was like, yeah, just come over. And so she does. Let's hang out. So we hang out in my room, and that's cool and all. That's cool. It's a little too cool, because like something like that, like she's like, man, why are you you don't really know me enough to really feel like as comfortable as I feel like you're feeling. So that's making me think like, dang, man, I should definitely not try and smash right now, because I could walk into a minefield, which I've done before. Because it was like, man, you're so comfortable, you probably won't get up and leave if I do smash. We do have sex, and I'm like telling you, okay, you still have to leave because it's midnight. And so we ended. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just talking to her, and I'm like, just watch them paying it. Like, body language is so essential. Yeah, what are they saying, but how are they saying? Where are they looking at when they say like intimate stuff? When do they lick their lips when they're looking at you? How are they holding their head in their hands, and all that kind of stuff? And whenever they scratch their nose, what kind of topic or emotion are they talking about? Or whenever they rub their eye, did they say something sad, or was it something like in the past? All that type of stuff. So, like I was just like, man, you know what? We're just friends, just hanging out. We're just gonna talk about whatever we talk about, artists and TV shows, and a little bit how we grew up, where we're from, what we like to do, vacations, and maybe plan a trip, so to speak. Like, where would you go if you could go anywhere, overseas or in the state, even the next county over? And that's pretty much like how that went. And then when it got around after about 2.5 hours, she was like, all right, I need to go home and take care of my dogs. I was like, oh yeah, just stay a little bit longer. She's like, no, I can't. I'm like, all right, just stay a little bit longer. No, I can't. So I don't walk her. She gets up, very like cleanly. When I say cleanly, I mean like it wasn't like a push or a pull. She just decided like, yeah, I want to go home now. Got up, walked herself pretty much to my door. Then I caught up with her after I put my shoes on, and I walked her to her car. Yeah, and so then I gave her goodbye, and I, embraced. We embraced. That's like, that's like, I'm just being smooth right there. So read between the lines. And no, I didn't kiss. No, none of that. This is my friend. All right, this is my friend. Pay attention. Pay attention. So she's got in her car. She drove off. Kind of set up got some commitment to set up something for next time, next week or this week. It was pretty ambiguous or vague, but just to like see how she was feeling. She's like sort of giggled a little bit, got in her car and left. So that's about how it went. Yeah. So as far as like I met this girl, man, I met her, what's today? Monday. I met her on Saturday at the grocery store. So, one thing I do notice, like when she was texting me, she said, hey, do you mind if I call you? I don't like texting. I was like, sure, yeah, I actually like talking on the phone better. Also, and it said, I just like, sure, yeah, you could call me. And then she didn't call me. She didn't like call me after she sent that message, and I said, that's fine. So yeah, I said, now, question mark? And she was like, yeah. And then she still didn't call me. And then I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I sent her a message that said, call me. Finally, then she called me, finally. So in that way, she was waiting for me to give her a cue to like do something. And she definitely, the interest is there, but she's not trying to be but she's being forward enough by giving me like interest. But by giving me that information, but she's not like, oh, I'm gonna call you. Nah, that's like too much for her. Her personally. Some women are different. Some women don't give no fucks. So that's like a little bit how that went. And yeah, we're friends. It's just friendship at this moment because I still have to date, find out who this person is is more. Like, what are they about? What are their triggers? What are they interested in? What's their turn on, turn off? Hot, cold. What are they passionate about? What are their dreams? What are their drivers? What drives them? What gives them like to do shit? And I think I figured out, like, she was talking about like if she had ever adopted some kids, she was like, y'all just call me. I'll let you guys go out and play, and y'all just call me. You just say you're good, and I'm cool. Like I'm good. So like, she just wants to know. She just wants people to call her and tell them that just check in. So that might be one of her drivers. So yeah. It's like this is what it is. This is how it went down. So Everything was above board, you know. Um, yeah, and yeah, man, that's like was it.